You've most likely heard about dinosaur bones before, but have you heard about dinosaur mummies? No, not quite like that. A little less wrappings, a lot less squishy bits. Replace what's left with minerals and stone and there, that's more like it. Hi, I'm Eden Wagner-Munns, a Geosciences master's student here at UT Dallas, and I'm here to tell you about some of the most incredible fossils ever discovered. Here's a question for you. When is a mummy not a mummy? Well, when it's a fossilized mummy. But that begs the question, are mummies not fossils? Well, not without some extra steps. Mummies are the dried out, or desiccated, remains of an animal. You can have man-made mummies, like the mummies of Egypt, or you can have natural mummies, like the mammoths uncovered from the permafrost. Mummies still have all of their soft parts intact, just with a lot less water in them. This is what allows them to stick around for so long, and why some may look a little deflated. Fossils, on the other hand, don't preserve any of the original organic material. Instead, everything in a fossil is a copy of the original, replaced with minerals and stone over thousands of years. This is how fossils can stick around for millions of years, because of how tough stone is. Because of how long this takes, most of the fossils that we find are of bones, teeth, and shells, because these hard parts are the only parts that can stick around for long enough to become fossils. There are occasional exceptional circumstances that can allow other parts to be fossilized, but many of these methods are limited, only preserving fuzzy shapes, or being very small in size. Natural mummification, however, can keep these soft parts around for thousands of years, long enough for them to be slowly replaced and turned into fossils, preserving their detail and working for any size of animal. And that's how we get fossil mummies. This is one of those fossil mummies, a hadrosaur called AMNH 5060. AMNH 5060 lived in Wyoming around 66 million years ago, just before the asteroid that wiped out the non-avian dinosaurs, and was the first fossilized mummy dinosaur that we found. Unearthed in 1908, it remains one of the most incredible fossil dinosaurs that we've ever found, even over 100 years later, with much of its skin, tendons, and even some evidence of its internal organs preserved. Over 66 million years ago, AMNH 5060 died. We think that it died in a dried-out riverbed, possibly during a drought, which kept the predators away and allowed its body to dry out. When the rains came once again, its mummified body was swept into the side of the river, burying it in soft river sediments and allowing it to fossilize, preserving all of its mummified soft parts with incredible detail. From AMNH 5060, we found out that hadrosaurs had mitten-shaped hands, 2 different types of scale patterns, and that their tails would have been held out straight behind them. Even to this day, AMNH 5060 remains one of the most incredibly detailed dinosaur fossils ever discovered. There are a handful of other fossilized natural mummy dinosaurs that we know. Leonardo, Dakota, and the more recent Boraleopelta are all examples of this type of fossil. They can tell us an incredible amount about these ancient creatures, but because they have to undergo not just one difficult process, fossilization, but 2, mummification, there's precious few known. With Dr. Clint Boyd, a paleontologist working with some of these fossils, estimating that there's less than 20 of them known. Their rarity, however, only makes them even more incredible. And while they are rare, recent research has actually shown possible other pathways to preserving soft tissue, implying that full desiccation and mummification may be only one of several pathways to creating fossils like these. So, who knows? Maybe we'll be finding more of them soon. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested, maybe check out one of my classmates' videos.